there. Welcome to I'm on a New Level podcast. Today we're going to talk about sneaker culture. I got a special guest with me, Pedro Sosa. He's the owner of MP Kicks in the Mall, New Hampshire. And the reason why I started this podcast, a famous DJ that y'all know came to me and said, hey, why don't you talk about things that you like? You got a good personality. And I thought about it. Took me a couple of weeks, thought about it. And we're here now. And I want my first show to be about people leveling up on a whole new level. Yes, this one's going to be biased. I know this guy for over 20 years, but I seen his struggle. I seen his pain. And let's get right into this. So Pedro, tell them where you're from.
What up, guys? Well, I'm Dominican. Actually came here with a student visa around 2006, and then decided to stay in New Hampshire around 2008. So I've been here for a while. So I'm completely, like people say, straight out of the boat. It was a small one, though.
All right. So tell everybody how you got into the sneaker game.
Well, actually, fashion. I'm into fashion. Like that was my thing. Even when I was in the Dominican, you really don't have money like that. But I was able to get some stuff, like from my pops, his style, and then my own cultural things, like back in the day before I even was able to speak in English. You were there listening to BET, MTV, so you get your culture kind of ahead of time because we watching people on TV, with the 3XL clothing, like which people trying to bring back now.
T-shirt and shit.
Yeah, the headbands and all that. So I was always trying to like get into it ahead of time. In DR, people, honestly, if you know any Dominicans from the homeland, they like to dress completely tight. So, like I always was into fashion, trying to stay ahead of time. So then when I came here was when a friend of mine used to work at Foot Locker. We're still friends to this day. And he put me on, into, these releases, these Jordans and stuff like that. So after that, it was a shoe called Nike Foam Posit. And that literally was a shoe that I fell in love with. I used to have over 30 pairs of foam posits. By the way, this guy, Tony Brunetti, a friend of mine, he got me this nickname, a Spanish foam posit, back in the day. So after that, it was a wrap. Shoes was my thing.
Right. Why don't you tell the viewers out there more of your journey here? Because like I said, the show is about leveling up. People think leveling up is you went from a Honda to a Benz, or you went from this. We're talking about people who travel to get where they want, actually follow their dreams, actually putting that blood, sweat, and tears, coming from nothing to something. That's what I call I'm on a new level.
Well, I mean, I came to this country with $300. I came to work for a hotel in Laconia, New Hampshire, called the Margate. It was brutal, like you had to do like landscaping, raking the lake, do anything. And it was, for I think that around that time, minimum wage was like $7, something like that.
Damn.
Facts. So then I had a job at the same time at Wendy's. I went from flipping burgers to actually having my own restaurant, managing my own Wendy's. So I became a general manager over there. They gave me the opportunity actually to get myself a car, so you just keep improving yourself and working and working. Like, you cannot get tired. So that's how it goes. So what I did actually for a minute was like trying to bring ideas to do stuff on my own. But it was a lot of work, a lot of work, a lot of hours, a lot of sweat and tears.
If I remember correctly, tell me about that first store that you said I'm gonna open. That the very first store you just said I'm gonna put my all into it.
Uh, um, you get people around you that you you believe that they're family. So I decide to have something to that you can fall back, something to have. So I decided to open a store in Laconia because it was safe. It was home with somebody at the time thought that was family, So we opened a store in Laconia called La Ola.
All right, now that store, I remember it was short lived. So now we're going to talk about the pitfalls. When it opened, I knew you guys was smashing out. And maybe a month or two later, tell me what happened.
Um, nothing. What really happens with most things, when money comes involved, evil comes out. So literally, in, we opened La Ola in 2020, July 3rd, 2020, or July 4th, something around that. Those two dates. We opened in Laconia. Obviously, Laconia doesn't have money like that. So around October, we needed to look for another location. I started shopping around. I found a spot in the Merrimack outlets, and over there, literally within 6 months, I got hit with a lawsuit. So and that was around 3 years of battling. So for all the viewers out there, whoever um, get into any type of legal litigation, two things: the person with most money wins, and in reality, is not really winners because all that you're doing is spending tons of money. So be careful. The only issue with those type of litigation is when you're getting sued, it doesn't really matter if you right or not. You gotta defend yourself. So that means that you're really gonna have to spend some money regardless. So what you need to do is really do your homework with who you're doing business with.
Yeah, damn real on that. But you know what the wildest thing is because I'm one of your friends, and I realized that a lot of people think it was just a battle over a store or whatever. Your name was at stake. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things about leveling up. Sometimes you got to go for broke to clear your name on who you are. You wasn't just somebody who chipped the money. If I recall, you was in there 24/7, putting in that hard work, going buying the sneakers, getting the sneakers. And then now I know that's all over. You put that past you. Tell the viewers where you are today.
Um, well, yes, it's like the show Living It Up. It's because I have a lot of things and went to nothing. But honestly, it's been a great journey. I have the nice cars. I have some motorcycles, but had to sell them all to start over. In that period of time, when I had we were in La Ola. I also opened a restaurant. That it was in memory of my mom that she passed away. So
God bless the dead.
yes, sir.
Rest in peace.
I wasn't all the way there, so you're really not thinking like straight when something like that hits you. She passed so suddenly that you really don't even know what was really going on. Um, but to the question is what happened is that you get some money, and then to start over you have to get rid of everything. So I literally got rid of everything, and I started driving a $1,000 car. I actually thank you to my friend Ethan Anderson, I actually have a dealer's license where I can buy cars and sell at the auctions and stuff. So I bought myself a Toyota Camry for $1,000, and I got rid of everything and I start rocking with that. And I opened my store at the Mall of New Hampshire, MP Kicks, in honor to my kids. I gotta say. Their mom helped me out with a lot of things, my sister, so supporting me. Few of my friends that really been there for me, you. So now,
Let me stop you there. Just for those who's viewing in, like I said, the show's about I'm on a new level. You talked about how you had to sell everything, uh, pitfalls, money, borrowing, helping the mall helping you out. At any point during that time, did you think about giving up?
nah. Sometimes it passed through your head, like, am I doing the right moves? But I came here with $300, and I spent 5 years illegal. So everything after 300 is a bless. It's a come up,
No doubt.
So
And let me just give a little background too. This dude just didn't come over here with $300, start living illegal. Supposedly, like we're not gonna say his name, but those supporters thinking he's taking a job. I remember when you studied and you went to become a U.S. citizen. That was one of, I gotta say, as your friend, that was one of the proud moments because you wanted your family to be proud. You wanted to show you did more of going for the American dream than most. And I just want to give you your flowers for that because I remember being there that day. I actually was late. I couldn't. You need a to get into the courthouse. What courthouse was that?
it was in Concord. Concord.
Yeah, you needed ID, and I remember messing up the line. I had to run back and got there, but I saw you, and that was a proud moment. You had like all your real ones there supporting you, and I just want to once again on that journey of leveling up. Not only you became an entrepreneur, you became a U.S. citizen. Let's go back on. Tell the people. Now let's get into the nitty gritty. What is the best game about? What's the best thing about being in a sneaker game?
Honestly, the best thing to me personally, you need friends for life. Like lots of people that you get just connections. Like to this day, I got people that I haven't met personally. Well, I can call them, be like, I take 10, 15 pairs of shoes. I send you the money tomorrow. You get to shows, you get to travel, you get to go out and experience the different cultures. Like for example, shows in New York. People in New York they dress. They know how to dress. So what you do is you go over there, you pick their brains, and then you bring some flavor here. Like so everybody else can be learning about how to dress and like be cool.
Bringing different flavors
Yeah.
to the game. Okay, tell me about what is the hottest sneaker you ever seen?
Um, I mean, personally, that I really think that is
Or you got an acquired taste. What's the hottest sneaker to you?
to me something that I don't have. It's actually two pairs. I mean, but there's more like they have some quality, but it's more hyped, honestly. It will be the Air Forces, Louis Vuittons, and then I would say the a pair of Nike Yeezys. I like the Zen one. So the first Nike Yeezys.
All right. Oh, but I'm gonna go back. Like I said, the show's about I'm on a new level. I think some people think that you just got a bunch of cash. You said I'm gonna get this spot. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna do this. Let them know about what it cost you personally, what it cost you financially, business account. Talking to the mall people. Remember, you from the black and brown people. Tell me that experience, how it was to walk up in the mall and say, "My name is Pedro Sosa. I want to open up a sneaker store," and give the viewers the real look, the real view and vision. Put them there on how that conversation went.
Well, actually, he wasn't actually all the way too bad, but they really didn't know about the concept yet. Remember, when we opened that store in 2020, it was only one other uh, reselling store, and it was all the way in Lawrence. So when I contact them, they didn't know what I was talking about. They didn't know what resell was, and
Let me stop you there so the viewers won't get confused. Why the reason why I'm talking about the mall is like it wasn't just like a spot on the street or whatever. We're trying to go into the mall where it's a whole different vibe, you know. So I'm gonna let them continue.
yeah. So it just they didn't know what we were doing or trying to do. So we had to do a foreplan and like draw out everything that we wanted to do and what we were bringing, so we can explain to them better. But after that, they saw they were pretty easy, I would say. Well, the lady that helped me, her name is Rosita. She's still there until this day. She was understanding, and she saw those type of stores in different malls in different cities like Florida and stuff like that, Atlanta. That they because it's Simon's Mall, so they pretty much on all the malls around. So she knew what I was talking about. But I mean, for everybody else, you have to like explain what to the T what you're really doing.
Right. And I want to say, like what he said, when he met a lot of people. Once again, we're on 603 Live. The biggest, I think, pleasure I ever had was to introduce DJ Sammy Smooth to you and stuff. You know, I like the way that collaboration went. Talk about how it was talking to another reseller, somebody that, like, you know, I just had to throw the stamp approval, but tell how you and him build a relationship.
Honestly, it was actually an actual click. I seen Sammy before. I just didn't. We didn't shop it up like that. Like I said, because through shoes, you met everybody. I mean, you know, Kicks for Cash. That's his store. You know, in Manchester. But I mean, he's a true sneakerhead, OG. You know, head to toe. So we chopped it up a couple times before. But then when you introduced me, he actually was the DJ on my opening day.
Yes.
And then we've been doing business since. We take it to a whole another level. Like we friends. Like we talk. If it's something out there, like he hit me up, yo, Pedro, they have these so at this place, and what can you get it for, or So he sent me business. I do the same. So just build this relationship with these people that sometimes you don't even think that you're gonna be taking it,
Yeah.
that far. So that's what I love about the game.
One of the things that you say you love about the game, what I actually loved about that on collaboration with on you and him, there was never no animosity, there was never real no hate or nothing. And talking about once again leveling up, what type of alliance that you have to put around you to keep you going every day? You can't put your homeboy in the block doing nothing. And you got to be careful with your dreams, because when you share your dreams with people, it's like there's a lot of haters. They could take like, oh, I want to be a rocket scientist. Man, you ain't even pass math. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, what did you do? Who did you put around you to keep going?
Well, I mean, honestly, the cake is big. It's a piece for everyone if you're really trying to build something. And talking about trust, uh, uh, it's hard for me. It's hard for me. I try to work, and I try to see people. I hear them out, but I mean, I just the only thing that I can say, I'm learning, and I trust them to be themselves. So I really don't expect anything from anybody no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with you today. I appreciate that. If for any reason tomorrow we cannot talk, it was meant to be. So I really don't put myself into like expectations with anyone, because when you're expecting something, that's when you really get mad at any type of situation that can happen between two individuals.
No doubt. Me and you've been through a lot over the years, and I think what I really like what we shared is what DMX says. If you're around a snake, expect for him to bite you. If you're
Sir.
around a thief, expect for him to rob you and stuff. and I think we've been through the mill together and stuff. And what I really admired about you is that you kept going. Let the people know how did you feel that the day before opening day of opening like your own shop. No, nobody included, no partners. All you had was positive alliances around you. Tell them, take the people to that day, building the shelves, doing whatever. How did that feel?
I mean, it feels, tons of emotions. You feel like obviously you're grateful, but also you're nervous. I mean, you really don't know how things gonna go, or
Like, is this shit gonna work?
yeah, exactly that. I mean, am I gonna lose everything? Like I gonna make a sale today, But honestly, everything works how it's supposed to be. Like I mean, we've been open for 2 years already.
Congratulations on
thank you,
that.
thank you, and we're gonna keep going strong now. Actually, I'm building some connections. Actually, not trying to deviate from the question, but I'm trying to implement more clothing again. Thank you to Sammy Smooth. That was his move. He's like, yo, yeah, you need to buy more clothing because that's where people is doing, and the reality is, something that he said. It's like people is easier to spend $150 in a shirt for a nice one than spending $300-400 for a pair of shoes. So if I can show you something that I brought
show
up
us something.
here, you know
Show
what I'm
us
saying?
something.
So this brand is called Lost Intimacy. It's actually out of New York, and this is a guy. He owns a shop in Lawrence called Elite. His name is Juan. We've been building some relationships, and guys, this is what we're gonna be carrying on at the shop. You know what I mean? So this is some of the stuff. Um, goes with anything. You're not gonna be seeing a lot of people with this. This is what I'm rocking. Today we also have these Godspeed. So this is stuff that really you guys need to get on. This is ahead of time. And the last one, I'm actually gonna post something because I think I'm gonna keep these for myself. So
That's dope.
Steve, you wanna hold that real quick over there? So whoever have these shoes right here, these Air Forces, of white, can see, So this is what we're matching with this, So one of these days when we go out, it's gonna be the fit. So these stuff you can find it at my store, and go get right.
You just pointed something out. You show people. I've been in your store. I worked for you a year or two, well, a year off and on. But I notice sometimes when people they get stuck on a sneaker, some people are scared to try different brands. They're scared to match stuff up. I'm going to give a honorable mention because this dude he done a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? My man Steve at Risk Takers. Yo, I believe in you, fam. I remember when you first came to me, you showed me you sold those hats. Everybody was buying them. You took a chance and stuff. And I introduced you to Pedro. I said, yo, do the collab with Pedro. I just want to give him a big shout out because I took his stuff to New York and a lot of people liked it. And with that game it's hard, but how hard is it to show people how to match things up? Before you say that, the worst sneaker I think there is out there, you made a lot of money on that, is those pandas. What the hell? How a sneaker like that stay and you still selling them?
Yes, that's correct. Honestly, I think that what happened with the Panda is that it's such a neutral color. It's a white and black shoe. So, and everybody like dunks. So, because it's so easy to wear with something, I think that it just took off. And it's all a trend. It's two ways of the trend. Either something that is super limited, that everybody wants it because obviously when you cannot get something like that's give you like I don't know like a rush that you like, oh, I want that because nobody can get it, and then it's something that everybody start wearing. So then okay, well everybody's into this. Let me get into this wave. For example, if everybody that is out there in the game see how Asics have taken off, and let's be honest, Asics and New Balances were for dads in their 50s.
I'm a dad.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, I like look. I got these over here. These are collab reaction Brunson. These are fire. I got all three pairs of them, but I just grabbed these so people can see. But this is the shoe that people are really like into. And let's be honest. I mean, it's so ugly that it's cool.
Action Bronson is a rapper, y'all. Just so you know.
So this is what people is into nowadays. So I just think that sometimes people get into shoes and be like, oh my God, this shoe is like so different that I'm gonna start rocking. And then you still seeing these kids, getting it, putting it back in TikTok and like, sharing and stuff. And that's stuff go take off.
You know what I like about that you brought about X's? I think you turned me on to the 574 New Balance. People that's on a budget, of course, they can't go out and buy Travis Scott's and all that. Give them a little tip on how to stay fly within their budget. When I say within your budget, I'm looking at
honestly, bro,
100, 150.
I'm gonna tell you this then. And here I'm gonna give this shout out to my son, my oldest son, Manny. And it's because this kid, he's 13 years old, so he's a teenager. And don't get me wrong, guys. Like everything I do it for my kids. Sometimes I do a lot of fuck up things, but I mean, I try to do everything for my kids. So my kids being fresh, I cannot be rocking a pair of Travis Scott's and having my kids without $10 shoes. Things don't work that way. Either we all gonna work $10 shoes, or we're gonna be rocking, cool stuff. So their clothing, they're always been good. But talking about on a budget, my son started his own like fashion, and this kid had taken it to a whole different level. I'm talking about that he goes and, like I said, I get him and stuff that it doesn't really matter, because obviously he's my son. So he has, let's say, gallery depth hoodies he has, right? And he went to Walmart and got these baggy sweats that cost him $10. And he put a pair of Asics that was $95. Again, guys, my store is a resale shop, so we don't have Asics for $95. But we got it for $95. That was the price, that I paid. And listen, his fit was fire. It's not about the expensive clothing. It's about the hanger. You personally are the hanger. You can go over there. Is these so many people that do get ready with me, and they go and they shop at Target, they shop at Walmart, and you get fly stuff. The thing is that you need to dress with confidence. If you're not confident on yourself, you can rock a $15,000 fit, and you're gonna be looking corny.
Crazy.
Exactly. So it's everything how you put them on. Like I said, my son style is crazy. I'm not saying this because it's my son. It's because I seen the way that he put things, that put his outfit together, and I seen people telling me, "Yo, your song is fly." So it's everything about the confidence.
So basically, you're telling the people it's all they have to do is be confident in what they wear. It doesn't matter if it's a $5 T-shirt from Walmart, $10 sweats, whatever. It's just put it together. Look right with it. You don't have to look like those dudes in the club that be buying those big chains, and then they stand next to you, and it just doesn't shine the same.
Yeah, that's how it is. I mean, the thing is,
we know those fake chains. Stop wearing those in the club and stuff.
Those are the one that you can put a magnet on, clothes, like.
I ain't gonna front. If you 20 and you trying to do that, go ahead. But if you 30 plus and you working a full-time job, do not put that chain on. Because when Sam Smooth DJs, he will flash that light on you. And that ain't for the security. That's for get that fake chain wearing nigga out of here. But go ahead, back on.
No, like you were saying, everything. Like, let's be honest. I mean, it's a bunch of brands over there with holes. Like, like this shirt has holes on. They kind of dope. but over here has some holes in the whole entire thing. Um, and don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's around $200, but you can get your own style. I've seen people that make some reps on a $10 tee, and put them on. Like again, is you need to be confident about yourself. If you're confident and you can pull it up, then that's all it matters. Like you don't have to be over here and be like competing with nobody. The only competition that we have is ourselves. Like for example, like I dress the way I do because I like it. I never was being looking for permission or somebody to tell, oh, you look good. Because I know what I'm wearing,
Yeah.
I do it for myself. So, if you're going to be doing something to get gratification from somebody else, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Down. There's no competition. We want you to win too. All right, so we're gonna get to the nuts and bolts. Tell me, what did you buy? So I helped you up with some sneakers. I didn't even look in the box. Usually I look in the box. Show these people what's fly right now.
Honestly, like I said, everybody's into the Asics and New Balances wave. That's what is hot right now. I believe that the $1,000 shoes gonna go down. I brought a few pairs. These are all high B shoes, honestly. But I've been having this for a long time, so I'm gonna show them real quick. This is a pair of off-white Jordan 1 off-white UNC. I actually got these for retail in 2017. Pretty clean pair. Obviously, I wear all my stuff whenever I have time.
This is for the sneakerhead, not the average baller.
This is a pair of Travis Scott's Mocha ones. Pretty.
Explain to the people about this Travis Scott shoe. Why is it so significant in the sneaker game?
I mean, Travis Scott is one of the people that moved the culture. He has a collaboration with Jordan, Nike. So his stuff is very limited, and again, we like hype. So the stuff that people cannot really get, that's what we're trying to get. But I'm into Air Force Ones myself, so I have a few. So this is a Tiffany collaboration. Shout out to my boy Jesse Allen. He got me that for a crazy resale steal. Considering how expensive the shoe is, it was brand new, so I was the first person to wear that pair. It's pretty clean. It has silver tab. Don't
Doesn't that
know
come
if
with a
it's
piece of jewelry.
yeah. Don't know if it's actually real, but I mean, I got that. I also have.
He's not talking about the sneaker. He's talking about the silver piece on the back, y'all. We don't do fakes.
Got these over here as well, and then like I said, you guys saw this pair. So this is some of my stuff that is really hyped, not like really matter. Like oh, this is the best shoe to me. The shoes that hold the more value sentimentally, it will be actually, and a lot of people don't even like this shoe. It will be the Jordan 18, which is for some people is actually a really ugly shoe. I was about to bring a pair, but I didn't have the chance to stop at the shop and get it. But I literally have like 5 different colorways. So it was a pair. This pair is actually white and blue. And back in the day, they used to come with a towel and with a brush. I had it. Obviously, they were so old that they disintegrated. But I had another pair when they re-released. But you know how Nike is and Jordan. So what they do is that it didn't come out with a towel or the brush. But it's still super expensive. I mean, retail was like $225, I believe. But I mean, that is the most sentimental shoe that I have in my possession.
All right, before we go, I want to give a big shout out to Sharon. She stayed with us for a long time. She even shouted out, "You guys is hot." She lives in New York. Thank you, Sharon. Even if you're the only one watching, we're gonna get bigger. Love you, Sharon. But Pedro, let me see this green one right here. Now, guys, I'm gonna share a story with you guys. Working in his shop, okay, he must have brought these 3 or 4 times. Anybody out there You want to know the value of this shoe? What's the value?
Well, resale value is around in my size is around 1,300.
If I'm not mistaken, they called us the Brooklyn one, right?
Yep.
BK in the house. Listen, it's a dope shoe. It's not for the average person, but this dude, Pedro's a sneakerhead. When I used to work for him, I hope I'm not telling on him. He had this part of the back room. He had a whole selection. It was all new sneakers, but it was his personal sneakers. He's a sneakerhead for real. Let's go on to what I want to know is what sneaker? Tell me about the Air Force One. What do you think about that? I know it's a lot of people. They want the black ones. It's called Demon Time. What do you feel about it?
I mean, I love Air Forces. I mean, let's be honest. A pair of white fresh, all white Air Forces is something that can compete with any shoe out there. I mean, a clean pair of Air Forces you can wear with anything. So it's just the most authentic shoe out there. You know, people love Air Forces. I mean, from OGs to young cats. So Air Forces is the wave. I mean, I have at least 10 pairs of Air Forces. Don't get me wrong. For some reason I never buy a pair of all white Air Forces. But I mean, I love the collabs. So I have these. I also have one called the Love Letters. I have the thank you again to Sammy. I have the Fat Joe collab. I have one of those. I got a few on the feet Air Forces, and obviously some Supremes. For some reason, I never have worn it yet. But
you know which ones I like? When they came out with those Valentine ones.
Yep.
That was cool. So we know you like Air Force One. What do you think about the other brands? You know, can Puma ever come back? Can I think the other day I came to your store and I told you, oh, I wore Converse. Let me let y'all know something. If you're trying to get a job and they allow you to wear sneakers, all white Converses, that's your good to go. That's the go-to sneaker. It doesn't say hood. It says like a little preppy. For us black and brown, we need to sometimes got to simulate to get in the door. But tell me about, you don't like those brands or?
No. I honestly open to anything. Just to me, like I worn that back in the day for so much. Because remember, I'm Dominican, so we really do things in waves. So like I said at the beginning of the show, we use the clothes way too tight. So you know, it was Pumas and you know, Von Dutch shoes and stuff like that.
You wore Filas, didn't you?
Nah. No Filas. I never had a pair of Filas, honestly. But
Stop wearing those sneakers, y'all. I know they got them at Marshall. Stop wearing those. That is not fly, you know.
No, it's many pairs that you can rock. That it doesn't have to be Fila, but hey, if you like it, I don't knock anybody's fashion style, you know.
But it was part of history. Remember with the lug boots? Funkmaster Flex had those. My favorite DJ besides Sam Smooth. I'm not gonna say I ever had a pair, but they was promoting them lugs like forever.
Lugs, yeah.
What do you? Go ahead.
Actually, talking about lugs, so I asked my aunt one time to, because everybody's on my dad's side live in New York, so they were fresh. So I asked for a pair of Timberlands and a pair of Air Forces. Guys, you know what I got?
Lugs.
A pair of lugs and a pair of chacks. But not all chacks. The chacks that he's hanging to the rim. I was like, wow. But I rocked it. And it was cool, you know? Like, I had to. That was what I was given.
Them Shaq sneakers, listen.
Nah, in that weather back home, 103 degrees, my feet were cooking. Like,
that means they wasn't leather. They were all plastic.
Yeah, pretty much. He knows that.
There's another sneaker. How about well, you had to be from New York, but pro play. Okay, how about this? Let's go to this, and then I want to go to something else. What do you think about? I seen on TV everybody. Where I come from, either you have real sneakers or you have fakes. What's this new thing everybody talking about? Replicas.
I mean, replicas is just like a cooler name to fakes.
Oh, that's the new name.
I mean, yeah, to make yourself feel good, but I mean, honestly, it's not or good or bad of what you wear. You know, to me, the only problem with fakes is this: if you can afford something, it doesn't have to be fake. You can buy something that is affordable and you still be fly. But for example, people go and spend, you know, $200 in this shoe, knowing that it's fake, just to like be okay. I have a pair of Travis Scott.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know that they're fake. Why you just went and bought two pair of Asics or two pair of New Balances, original shoe that gonna last you longer, and you have two pairs instead of one.
Yeah, that's like stay in your budget. You don't have to.
Yeah,
Front
you
for
don't have
else.
to front for anybody. So a lot of people do that. Like sometime back home, I saw this guy. Listen, first of all, he got out these Mercedes Benz SUV, you know, and he had a pair of Jordan 1 Low Louis Vuittons, which they had never made that shoe.
Went to the highest level.
And it was like, okay, so you driving a $50,000 to $60,000 car, and don't get me wrong, they can rent or whatever, but on a third world country, when you just could have buy literally like 10 pairs of $100 shoes and rock a pair every day, and then give 3 or 4 when you're done. You know, but this is the thing: people want to like put a persona out there. Like you have to. You don't have to. You doing that just to yourself. Like like we were talking about, you can dress fire with a budget.
No doubt.
So
no doubt.
you know, sometimes people just want to go too much.
I think you explained the sneaker game real well. I'm gonna get back to some things I want to know about sneakers, but like the show's called "I'm a New Level." Um, on the fly, I said it was going to be about sneakers and life. When I meant the life part, we're talking about leveling up. Uh, to me, I'm gonna give my definition, then I want you to give your definition. To me, leveling up is not always like people think it's the next step. It's the highest step. I think leveling up is really putting your blood, sweat, and tears into whatever you're trying to do. I want to share a story since we're in Sam Smooth's studio. Sam gave me 2 opportunities. First opportunity he gave me, I think it was at the Angel Club and stuff. It was the night was all right. I think that was a last night and stuff. And I was a little nervous because I'm DJing beside Sam Smooth. I think I'm older than him, so I started out before him, but I haven't DJed in a while. And he said, "Yo, I'll show you a couple of things to practice on." Then we did another show at Soho, and I brought a new piece of equipment. I mean, I don't know what the hell I was doing, but the level up for me was I got to not only have somebody that I know give me a shot from back in the day, but I learned what he meant about be consistent. If you say you're gonna do something, you do it. I didn't give my best. I didn't rock my best, but then I started practicing and I started getting more gigs after that. And I never got the chance to thank Sam Smooth. I did call him. I said, "Yo, I'm sorry," but he goes, "Nah, nah, 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 nah." As a thing, stay consistent. When you say you're gonna do something, you're gonna be somewhere. Do it. He said, "Practice your craft." He said, "Yo, you just been in the game so long." He was like, "Yo, sometimes you just got to need a few pointers." So I wanna thank you, Sam Smooth, for giving me. He always gave me advice and stuff. Always helped me out, whether it was equipment and all that. But the reason why I bring that up is because I started getting practicing again. As you know, I had a few gigs over the weekend. I'm starting to book more. It's about sometimes taking a step backwards. You know what I'm saying? You got to know where you been before you know where you're going. Leveling up means sometimes it's the people around you.
Honestly, to me, I think that what it really means is like when for you to go up all the way, you need to fall a couple times. So the way is it's like a set of stairs, you know. You cannot go from the second step, all the way to the fifth because you didn't learn what was 3 and 4 for. So I believe in life when you know, like when you fail at something, people think, "Oh my God, like I messed up, like I don't gonna make it." I think that you just like fixing your craft. So you need to you gotta fail to be able to get where you need to be. I gotta tell you, I fail all the time in a lot of things in my personal life and businesses. All I can do is, I just keep trying. Um, I know that a bunch of people is like, oh, you know, he just talking blase blase. He doesn't gonna change, or he gonna keep messing up in business. His business don't gonna go there. Like for example, I have my Google reviews for some reason are crazy. Uh, uh, um, it's like everybody saying, "Oh, you have fakes. Your story is fake. This and that." It's like everybody that goes over there knows that we inspect the shoes. If it's a high end shoe, we put it through apps to make sure that they are legit. We are humans, obviously. We do check. If it doesn't pass, we don't buy it. But I mean, all I do is that I guarantee my product from my store. If something you buy something at my store and you bring it to somewhere else in a obviously in a timely manner, you cannot come over here and buy this shoe from me and then come a year later, oh, the shoe that you sold me was fake. I don't know what you did with the shoe. I don't trust people. So how are you gonna tell me that this shoe was fake if you just told me a year ago? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you tell me a week later, okay, bring my shoe.
With that saying, you brought up something important and stuff. How do you deal with people? I'm not going to call them haters. People who just, the naysayers. That's what they say. The naysayers always got something about, oh, this store, that store, or my man could get him cheaper, all that. How do you keep going on knowing that the game is flooded? Will we agree?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's hard. Obviously, you get on your feelings sometimes, because it's your work, it's your craft. It's something that you don't want it to fail. But all that you can do is just keep going. People go over there, all the time, like one like nitpick little things, or and you just to me, it's always the vibe. If I even that you ask me for a discount or you tell me that something is floated on the shoot, depending on your vibe. If you tell me for me to like no, you know what I mean, I work with you. But if I feel that you're just trying to take advantage of me, then I don't gonna be able to do business with you.
I have to ask you a question. I'm going to hit you with this because you didn't expect I was going to do this. Like we said, we talked about with respect to the dead. Pedro had one of the greatest moms in the world. I think she made sure that he had everything he had. He had dreams on bringing her here to America and doing what he had to do. That was the biggest blow, and I'm telling you as your friend, that was the biggest blow. I really thought you was going to crumble. I remember calling you every day and telling you I'm going to pray for you and stuff like that, and you kind of shut down. But what I admired the most about you, I don't know what. Tell our viewers what kept you going. You could have lost everything. You could have got addicted to drugs. You could have been a drunk.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
no.
the
I'm just saying, no, not you. But this is normally what people do. You know what I'm saying? People do stuff out of character. But I didn't see you. I saw you get incredibly strong, and I was asking you every day, how do you stay that strong? What kept you together? And the reason why I'm asking that is because it's part of leveling up. Because when shit
you shouldn't be asking. You shouldn't ask me that. You should have wrote that down. But
nah, I had to because this is real. The viewers want to know because shit happens in their life every day. What kept you strong and kept you going? Not only handling your business.
In all reality, I mean, I don't think that I'm even strong. The thing is, when somebody like that die from you, all that you think is that you have to keep going for them. Like they wouldn't want you to mess up your life, and obviously, seeing my kids, but
I didn't mean to hit you off guard, fam, but nah.
like it just like life. It's not fair. So with stuff like that, what happened is that you really don't care no more. I mean, honestly, I can be here if I die tomorrow. Like I'm cool with that. And that's not thinking that people should be having, but I mean it's just I'm not afraid anymore. I gotta say that what keep me strong, um, oh, Steph, the mom, my kid's mom, she was there for me. She actually for the first time she stepped it up. She did a lot uh, with that, and then making sure that my kids were fine. My son Manny, he was really close to my mom, and I remember Steph telling me all the time, like, we need to watch out for him. We need to make sure that he's all right. So obviously, I couldn't just go over there and do like dumb stuff because I had to watch out for this kid. This kid was sleeping for months with my mom's portrait in his room. So it's never a way to like grieve. People say like, "Oh, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna grieve." Not really. I mean, you just learn how to move with that emptiness in with yourself. I mean, but life gets to the point like, honestly, I go over here and somebody gonna do something dumb and like it is what it is. Okay, I mean, it's my time. Like you don't have love for life the way it used to be. So, but I think that people grieve in different ways and they handle life differently. So that's for everyone. It just that to me, I was so close to my mom that it's part of that emptiness gonna be there forever because nobody gonna replace it. I was extremely close to her, like to the point like I talk to her most of the time. Like we used to get mad. Like, okay, I call you and you don't answer the phone, so I don't wanna talk to you a couple days. And then I got my sister call me, hey, you need to call mom because she's over there just saying that you haven't called her. But we were completely close. It was nothing that we did in our family that we didn't talk to each other.
No.
So it's
And the reason I didn't mean to bring that up. I saw you getting a little emotion. I always get emotion, but to see you be real now is because what people need to know is when you're leveling up, there's going to be so many things that happen. I never seen you quit, and the reason why I brought it up too is because when I was down and out in shape, you never gave up on me, and that's the type of leveling up that I like because not only was you leveling up, you made sure I never failed and stuff. You never made sure that I wasn't there when everybody left me for dead, when the grimy shit happened, when people told these wild ass stories. I never told my side of the story, and I'm never going to do that and shit because I'm a real motherfucker. But people always like to say this person did this and this person did that and shit. And the strength of leveling up is to have people around you to say, Flex, yo, keep going. Don't worry about that. That's the past. That's gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And really, if motherfuckers believe all the bullshit that come to your face, those people who talk behind your back, as long as you don't let those haters get to you, you let them fuel you, you're gonna be great. I want to commend you. I'm gonna steal something from another show where they say give them flowers. Uh, we're not perfect men. You're not perfect at all. But what I want to do is tell you, I love the fact that you came out here from a DR. You didn't know shit. You only had $300. I seen you work a job at Wendy's. I seen you elevate. I seen you open a restaurant. And I like the fact that people think that we're all those business now. Every time you fail, you succeed because you learn something. Let me say that again for the ones that are not listening. Every time there's more success and failure than success. If you're always successful, you're never going to learn. If you fail, you're going to learn, whether that's in relationships, that's in your personal life, that's in business, that's in all aspect of life, even at work and stuff. You might not do something well that day, but if you keep going on to it. So me giving you your flowers is one. This show right here is going to be biased. You're my first guest. You're one of my best friends. It's also about forgiveness too. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to use this platform to say that the journey that I'm on. Big shout out to Nicole. You was on my Facebook earlier, and I just got the keys to my store. She told me it's good to see that you're getting abundance. The only reason why I got abundance is because of people like you. You never not believed in me. You always told me to keep going. At times you said I'm soft. I'm the most forgiving person, and I learned that sometimes when you forgive too easy, people look that as your kindness is weakness. I'm not a weak fuck. I'm a strong dude. I've been through a lot, just like you have. But today is about you. I'm giving you your flowers, saying thanks for being a good friend. Thanks for no matter where I went, my troubles. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get me weak here. I got to stay strong because motherfuckers are watching. When I was down and out, I made one phone call and you made sure you handle everything. I'm talking about that. I'm glad if at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, that I could call you no matter what time, day, or hour, and you was there.
Indeed, bro. Like honestly, it's you have to pay it forward. Listen, I have a lot of people, that have been really good to me, have my back. Like I said, when my mom passed away, Steph was there. Like to pick up the pieces.
Big shout out to wifey.
I have a really crazy. A lot of people think that it's a crazy relationship, but my stepdaughter's dad is one of the greatest person that being on my side, with everything. The other day I texted him, telling him, like, yo, thank you for everything, and his only reply was, bro, we are family. If I got it, you got it. I also, my brother-in-law, my sister, they always have my back. So I have a lot of people that have my back and help me in different ways. I got you for anything. You know what I mean? You know what we've been through. Like our trips to New York. To get when we didn't got our inventory that we had to go all the way to New Jersey. You were actually angry than me. So you get to the point like you only have to give what you have in your heart, obviously. But I mean, I only was able to give you what you have done for me. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, how am I gonna let you die over there for whatever situation you were having issues with? You're like, you my friend. Like, it doesn't really matter. I ain't gonna be questioning you. I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna check you. And then we have to get it together and resolve the problem. That's what we do. But
No doubt.
it's many things. Sometimes with people, and this is a little out of context, but now that we're over here getting into feelings and stuff.
Feelings. Hold on. Big shout out, Carissa. Faith over fear. We love you, girl. Your show is the bomb. Your show got me emotional.
Yeah, so I had this issue with this kid, which is actually my stepdaughter's boyfriend. Back in the day, I saw a lot in him of me at the time.
The young Sosa.
Yeah, pretty much. He is actually Dominican too. So we have a lot of issues because at the time the person that I was friend with were having issues. So literally, I became not talking to this kid because my friendship, and he ended up that the person that burned me was a person that thought that I thought that was my friend, and this kid have done so many stuff for me. You know what I mean? Like, and he's young. You know what I mean? Like, so you never know who really have your back at the end and who really is there for you. So sometimes, we fail, and then that's how you learn. So and this is just to put the icing on the cake of the show. That's how you level up. You gotta fail. You need to hit rock bottom and messed up with people. So every individual in the situation got to see, okay, so he had these good values. I have these good values. Let's work things out and that's what I did with him. Honestly, like, I can call him right now. Actually, matter of fact, I needed to do something, and he goes and picked me up. Like the other day, I was about to go with my kids. I didn't have no car seat, And he's like, oh yeah, yo, take my car. You know what I mean? And didn't
doubt.
matter, so things like that. You work in relationships that you had messed up, and that's all that you gotta do.
All right, we got 5 minutes left for the show. This is the part of the show where we're gonna thank people, ask them for forgiveness, or say thank you to them for being there for me. My story is a wild journey for me getting here. I guess I'm gonna say this now. I have a best friend in New York by the name of Terrence Hoffman. Those who know him from back in the day, DJ Dimes, who used to own the spot. I begged him for an opportunity because my life was fucking up. He gave me a chance to go out to New York to work for Pepsi. He didn't know the personal things that I was going through. A lot of people think I came back here for some girl or whatever. That wasn't what it was. When you're not ready for opportunities in life, you're like in this weird place. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if you're gonna go forward, you're gonna go backwards. My feelings were all over the place. Trying to see my son, my kids, my daughter fighting. I'm not saying I was perfect. I was a fucked up individual. You know what I'm saying? But I want to thank him for even taking a chance on me. And if there's any way to mend those fences, I want to tell you that I love you. You're always going to be my brother. And if we don't mend those fences, I'm saying publicly, thank you for the opportunity. But what I realize now, a true man has to stand on his own. Sometimes you have to break out the backyard and experience whatever was going to happen to me was going to happen to me. And those who are in New York and want to know what happened to me, I leveled the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? I ate dirt. You know what I'm saying? I fell. It was embarrassing. There was a lot of posts. I went through a bad breakup. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how I broke up, but I want to thank her too. I want to thank her for all you did. And I'm not on no facetious shit because you told me that. If it got me to the place where I am now, I'm thanking her. You know what I'm saying? Because now I love me. I didn't love me before. You know what I'm saying? I love the idea of people. So I want to thank my mom and my dad. I want to thank this girl who helped my mom get to the hospital. My mom was in the hospital. I'm not going to say your name because everybody will start talking shit in our town. I gave her one phone call and I said I can't make it. My mom is sick. I need to get her to the hospital. She dropped everything and gave all she got to get there, got my mom to the hospital, and I want to say thank you.
That's good. That's the type of people that we need, everybody, like have somebody that really is there for you no matter what.
No doubt. Big shout out to Sam Smooth. Thanks for providing this platform for a lot of people. I want to give a big shout out to my boy Trev at home. He's trying to do his live shit, Spitball Radio. I want to give a shout out to Tori. He got the No Chaser shit. Funny as hell. That motherfucker be making people angry on this show. Yo, he said the wildest shit. But the show that I fell in love with was Carissa, because Carissa, you be talking about some real life things that hit the heart. That's why I want to make my show about things that I love and things that's real life things. And the next show, this is why I advertise for the next show. I'm gonna have my girl Amanda up here. I'm not gonna say where she's from yet, but we're gonna have the flyer out. This is a girl who did everything for people that's facing addiction. What I love about this young lady for this next show is coming up is she took the bulls by the horn. She didn't talk about shit. She just did it. So big shout out to her. Shout out Sammy Smooth. Shout out to my special guest, Pedro Sosa. Thanks for being a friend. Who should we thank?
Everybody and God.
Everybody. And thank God too. Also, don't forget the Cash for Clicks, right? Cash for Clicks. You want some sneakers? MP Kicks. Go see MP Kicks. Support your local business. Really, support your local business. Stop hating on dudes. Big shout out to my man Risk Takers. Support the dudes that's doing everything. Everything starts off with $1 and a dream. If you have a dream, guard your dream with everything that you can. Stay positive. Watch who you surround yourself
and
with.
Consistent. Positive
consistent.
And consistent.
I like that. Consistent. Stay true to your positive alliance. We ending this. It's like I like this. Episode 2 coming up next week, next Thursday. Once again, Sam Smooth. I want Sammy Smooth.
So what we doing? We can go out to eat now.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'm
go out
hungry.
there and have it. This is our first show.
It's a Chinese spot I saw over here on my way here.
Yeah.
I was like looking for a spot to eat.
I
you
need
know?
to get a drink because I was all nervous about doing this show. But staying smooth, I couldn't even figure out my password to my Facebook and
Nah,
stuff.
I gotta say, it's better than what I thought. I thought I was over here, people
Professional.
wouldn't be able to understand what I was saying.
Professional. This is the dude, real quick before we end the show. This is the dude that used to drive around in a rap van. I'm talking about rap car van. And look where he's at today. Sam Smooth, 94.5, doing his thing. He got his own 603 Live. I appreciate you because you let brothers like me do my thing. Because when you see somebody else's dream, you should see yours.
That's for sure.